Hi guys, how are you? Hope everyone is doing well out there. Today I have come to talk about a very important topic. The other day we all saw the news of the suicide of a handsome genius, a young actor in Bollywood, correct? So it was in the context of that incident that triggered me uh, want to make a video today. Uh, you know something? Well, I'm not a person who watches Hindu movies a lot. You don't believe if I say that 1971 is one of the last Hindi film I have seen, and I watched that movie 5 years ago. And ever since I never saw a Hindi movie. I watched because it was a good patriotic movie, and it was very good movie, but it was not box office successful movie as it should have been. I watch very few movies, Hindi movies, so that's the reason I don't know many of these new actors, young actors and actresses now in the Bollywood industry. So when I saw the news of Sushant's death, sudden death, I had to first Google about this actor. Then I got to see some of his interviews on YouTube, and what I come to know and understand about this person after watching the interview is that he was very good and innocent person. At the peak of fame, you can hardly see celebrities who have such good minds, especially in the Bollywood industry. In fact, I was very sad when I saw his sudden demise. Because if he had lived for long, I'm no doubt that he would have helped a lot of poor people. Because I know what I'm saying is that when I saw his interviews, I got that spark in my mind about his nature. Because when we listen to the interviews and speeches of some people, we can sometimes readily perceive their behavior, correct? And I saw a screenshot Sushant shared in the Facebook during the time of Kerala flood. One individual posted a comment showing his interest to donate money for the people of Kerala. Towards a flood relief fund, and that person said no, you don't have money to help, and he wished to contribute towards the relief fund. Soon, a reply of Sushant Rajput was appeared underneath that individual's comment, showing his willingness to donate 1 crore rupees. So he's such a very nice, humble human being. I would say any movie industries could ever get. I can forget that innocent smile on that man's face. And when I saw his some other interviews, I realized now how good he was. Seriously, I was so sad and devastated to learn that he's no more in this wicked world. So now let me get to what I want to say. I also understood in the media that the cause of his death was a depression. So ever since I heard that news, I felt the need to spread awareness about depression to others. I like reading about psychology. Okay, so therefore I have a somewhat decent knowledge about depression. Guys, there are many causes for depression. Nowadays, it is seen as a common disease in people who have never had a mental illness diagnosed before. So, but this is not as crazy as we think, guys. Yes, I agree that depression is a mental illness, but you must first understand that all mental illness are not insane in nature at all. It's a kind of another belief that has accumulated in our subconscious mind from an early age. It's like that. Everyone who goes to a mental hospital is crazy, a lunatic. And what we say is that they're senseless people in life. That's how we think about them, right? Do you know something? 95% of depression is caused by the circumstances around which we uh, grew up. And then some of the unexpected problems that strike in our life. Do you know why? I think you are not aware. Out of 8 out of 10 people in USA have depression. The reality is that the life in USA is different from what we heard and seen in movies. The culture is like, the husband leaves his wife and children at a very early age of their children, and then the mother dates and marries somebody else, or start a living together life with someone along with the children. In all these cases, what happens is that the boyfriend or husband will sexually abuse the children from his wife's first marriage. Then they would subject them to physical torture and all. And when this persecution goes intense, these kids quit their studies and leave the home, okay, at very young age. Since they have witnessed cruelty in their childhood, apparently they're afraid of trusting others when they grow up, and becomes a kind of a closed mouth, unsociable kind of individuals. So at the time when they are adult, what happens is that they become more and more depressed in their life. So the truth is that they are not the culprit here. In fact, it is their despised childhood solely responsible for the situation. Because when other kids of their similar age grew up being loved by their parents and enjoy the fruits of a lovely family. So I will give you some another example that paves path for depression. There are a certain group of people who are very virtuous and honest in nature. These kind of people are basically very introvert and not sociable at all. So now I remember the character Denush has played in the movie Kadal Konde. I'm talking kind of similar kind of people, who has those kind of traits. Assume someone from such category of people falls in a love affair or something. If they fall in a relationship, they would take it seriously, and when this relation breaks apart one day, they cannot withstand the wounds and scars inflicted upon them as a result of their that weak mental strength. Studies shows that people like them are more likely to become suicidal or depressed if the relationship breaks down in any way. And on the flip side, a romance breakup cannot easily shatter a person's life if his mental strength is hard as nails. And those group of people will come out from the pain and the stress a very short period of time. And such people are capable to face any crisis. And again, it depends upon the genetical factors that he got inherited from his parents, and also his upbringing, and that mainly determines on how he would face the different challenges and difficulties in real life. But you must realize that each of us have different mental strength. So it is not easy for us to advise someone who are mentally weak to act very courageous and daring. You know. So now let me talk about how depression develops in a person. Okay. Do you know there are many types of neurotransmitters in our brain, like dopamine, oxytocin, endorphin, serotonin. The neurotransmitters are nothing. They are known as messengers. I mean, chemical messengers that takes the role of passing signals from one neuron to another neuron. And these neurons are connected to each other by something called a synapse, and this synapse will take the signals transmitted from one neuron to the another neuron. We have studied in school, but we don't remember now. But each of these neurotransmitters have different purposes. For example, dopamine is a neurotransmitter released in our brain when we are involved, when we are attracted to opposite gender. And all, and basically these transmitters are known as happiness hormones. And there is another neurotransmitters released in the brain when we do physical exercise, workout and all in the gym. The name is like is known as endorphin. and another neurotransmitter that regular is there for regulating our mood cycle, which is known as serotonin. And so God has created millions of neurons in the brain, in our brain, and neurotransmitters is one of the things that transmits signal to these neurons. So out of these neurotransmitters, serotonin is responsible for causing depression. I mean, when there is a chemical imbalance or reduced dysfunction of the serotonin levels in the brain, the person develops the signs of depression. Okay. Then why does this serotonin suddenly reduce in the brain? There are many reasons for this. I'm going to quote a few examples. Usually, when a grief comes in our life, it is necessary, to fade away in a few days or months, right? But when you see somebody sad and depressed for a quite long period of time, and they can't perform normal things in life, you must understand that the person is showing the signs of depression. Okay, for example, the loss of a beloved mother, father, the sudden death of a son, loss of a failing in an exam, loss of financial crisis, hardships, and all these things that annihilate the dreams and hopes of many people. So when these unexpected events hit hard in their life, it will gradually make changes in the neurotransmitter chemicals, that chemicals inside the brain. So thereby the person feels depressed, and show like character traits like low appetite, tiredness, fatigue, cannot wake up from the bed, even brushing your teeth will feel like a heavy tiring job for them. So you can see the people like these kind of people as lunatic and all, but when you develop such kind of signs, you must seek the help of a doctor. Okay. Immediately you should seek the help of a medical practitioner. So now let me see what are the remedies available to fight this disease. Friends, we have nothing to fear here. Okay, medical field has grown a lot now. As I said earlier, when the neurotransmitter, this serotonin is low, it leads to depression, correct? So now there are medicines available in the market to boost up the low serotonin function. Now, so when you take these medicines, the tablets, the serotonin boosts the signals communication between the neurons, and when that happens, the state of depression will eventually go away, and the person will feel happy and energetic like before, and the person he can lead a normal life like others, but it needs the help of a psychiatrist. In India, there is a social stigma that if you go to a psychiatrist, then society will only see that person as a lunatic or pervert. This is the main reason why many people refuse to go and seek help from a good psychiatrist. Now it's time for the change of that mindset for everyone. Stop that prejudice, and don't assume that all who take consult doctors for mental illness are psychic or pervert in life. So if your loved ones like friends, siblings, parents exhibits worries or anxiety, don't hesitate to visit a good doctor. What happens is I will give you another example. If sugar patient has low levels of insulin in the body, the doctor will prescribe insulin injection to boost up the insulin, correct? So depression patients are also facing a health issue, in deficiency of low chemicals levels, right? And when it is given to the body by medicines, so that they can come back to the normal life and eventually gets cured from that illness. There are also other therapies like they can combine with some therapies like psychotherapy, cognitive behavior therapy. They can do these sessions with the help of expert psychologists. Then definitely the patient would get completely healed. Other alternative method is eating foods that contains amino acids called tryptophan. It's seen in eggs, some kind of fishes, and nuts like walnuts and all, and it increases the production of serotonin, because 90% of the serotonin is produced in the gut area of the digestive tract of our body. So a balanced diet that contains tryptophan rich food would help to increase serotonin levels in your body. And also definitely a good physical exercise helps in releasing hormones that helps in regulating your mood. So there are many, celebrities also for depressive disorders. You know that Jim Carrey, Johnny Depp, Deepika Padukone, Angelina Jolie, Britney Spears, Brooke Shields, Abraham Lincoln. They all have fought with depression. So please don't hesitate to take medical care if you have any of these signs. Many qualified medical practitioners are there to help you out. Definitely, you will come out with flying colors and be successful in life. If I start giving examples, it won't finish soon. So I'm stopping it here. Thank you. God bless you.